respond to this progress, technological progress. And so I will try to develop it. It's a very nice page.
Fantastic. Now we've done the opening, I think we've finished the voting. We are set to unleash our thoughts at the greater level. Dan, let me come back to you first. You created a niche in the entertainment industry, well known, as a company and as a broadcaster. What have you seen over the years regarding audience preferences, especially within the Nigerian entertainment space? Do you think technology has advanced the frontiers? Are there constraints?
Local content on television and also on radio. Every artist wanted to be on radio, also wanted to be on TV. Those were the only two options available at the time. Internet was at its infancy in Nigeria. So pretty much nobody was going that direction yet at that time. However, over a few years after 2003, internet became more available and being 100% reliant on advertisers coming on board and artists needing radio and television, they started switching to the applications, the WhatsApps, the YouTube, the Instagrams of the sport. And I noticed suddenly there's been a shift. It shifted from traditional media to new media over time. And the last 10 years, I must say, we've been eroded probably 50% or more. Social media is taking a different turn. It's the way to go. It is what it is. It's going to get even stronger. Traditional media right now will probably be a dinosaur in 20 years. The main way to go right now is streaming. Accelerate is doing a good job at that. And the old media have to come up with something more strategic to catch up with new media. Otherwise, we'll be depleted in no time. Remember Kodak, they were #1 in camera, those days, pictures and all that. And over time, they were so reliant, they had so much infrastructure, they couldn't just change to digital pictures. And very soon, old guys in the office, they didn't change. And Kodak today is history. No Kodak anymore, except in museum.
Now, Patrick, just like that, you've established your name globally as a brand and news. And the new media, technology really, I think, challenges more aggressive, precious more news than in terms of ethics than any other form of content on radio and TV. Fake news increase, issues of credibility, and it's so much more challenging that even everybody knows is a news anchor. Citizens can report just from anywhere. Immediacy with which it comes. How strict are you, and how does that impact on your business?
Well, it is a concern, not so much a threat to our business specifically, but it is a concern for the proliferation of news that is not always factual, cannot readily easily be verified, and the truth of the matter is that we are moving into an era where a lot of people seem to define their truths, not the truth, or their facts and not the facts. So that's in itself is quite challenging. But of course, what we have to do in that case is to set up, ways to easily verify news and information, to make sure that we ourselves are in that space, in the same digital, the same social media. We have to target the same platforms that are being used by everybody and also have a presence there. And that's one way to mitigate that particular problem.
Thank you, Patrick. All right, Doctor, we'll come back to you. I want to see the regulatory phrasing. You've been a regulator, you've been in the practice, you're also a regulator. Now, for the advertising industry, many feel, and I also repeated that fact at the paper I gave as guest lecturer at the Bonn conference. Right, advertising is as old as 1928 in Nigeria. It's survived, it's done well, but it's not been able to impact more on the industry. How do you share that thought, or do you think that advertising has done a lot for the creative broadcast industry in Nigeria. And then second leg of it is whatever your thoughts are, what would you consider as the critical role of regulation, in making advertising relevant, especially driven by technology?
Thank you very much, Prof. For me, I don't want to waste time going into history, the website and publicity, that's a social media era. Let's go critically to the issue of regulation and how advertising are able to sustain the media. Now, for the government-owned media houses, they still get subvention from government. However, for private-owned media houses, if they are not on subscription, the majority of their income, 1995, is always from advertising. That is critical. So we need to keep an eye on advertising. Now, we are putting some regulatory framework, which we have been in the news for the past few months and everything. And these are reforms that are aimed at growing and strengthening the media. Don't forget that if you have a strong advertising industry, the media owners are the first beneficiary. And what have been the law? Number one, we stated that the regulation of media rates. If CNN wants to increase their rates, the advertisers or agency don't clamp down on them or define a ceiling for their rates. But if NTV or channels or TVC wants to, then the advertiser, advert, AAA and all the secular bodies come together and say, no, we need to look at it. What we have said is that since you don't legislate media rates for other media houses, you cannot be legislating for Nigerian media houses. So we remove the regulation of media. Number two, globally, payment threshold is a policy in the advertising industry. If you go to UK, it's this. Only one agency. Both the advertiser and the agency will go down. You will surface in another business. And you still start doing